Say hi if you want to.
Hi.
Hey, bud.
He insists on saying hi at our meetings.
Well, of course. Cat mascot.
You should start us off welcome everybody on, today is
Awesome.
Today's meeting is brought to you by the letter.
we should come up with because I know we wanted to do this prior. We should come up with a Fit Life Tribe motto.
We should.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
That'd be cool.
Well, we'll read the book and then you can say bye.
And then any kid that's in the room can read it. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. That'd be so cute.
I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna get this link up just in case no one saw it.
Let me eat this cookie real quick.
Get it. Get it.
What are you eating? Cookies? Is that what you said?
Oh yeah. Dirty carbs.
Yeah, it's refeed day. So I gotta fixate cookie. Oh yeah. It's delicious.
And delicious.
So I have these to eat before I start this 80-day.
Oh, mama. I'm gonna eat this and pretend that's what I'm tasting.
Okay.
What are you eating?
Thin mints.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Fino. Oh my gosh, my dog. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm gonna grab my water real quick. While a few more people hop on. My left butt cheek is pulsating. Oh, it's so awkward. Okay. Dina, hey boo.
Hi.
Hey girl, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Awesome. Miss your face.
I miss you.
You guys, you all have been killing it. It's been so fun to just see you all thrive lately. It's so cool. Catherine messaged me this morning. She was like, our team's just doing something really good.
Aww.
She's like, I don't know what's going on. I was like, I don't either, but we're doing it. And she's like, yeah, we really are. That just feels good when you can just feel the fire within all of us that are I just want to help people and I want to make money and why not? Yeah. So fun. Okay, I'm gonna go get some water and then let's start jiving, and I'm guessing more people are just gonna be a little bit later. Okay.
Oh.
Hi, Dina.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I just finished cardio flow, so I'm like, oh
Way to
God.
go.
Thanks. I will
I
not.
just ordered my bands and stuff, so I get to start soon. Once they come in, I'm starting.
Yay!
I'm so excited for you to experience it.
I'm so nervous because I'm nervous with the nutrition part because I like my food.
You'll be fine. The first couple weeks will be kind of getting used to period, and then you'll just fresh it.
And you get to eat a lot more than you think.
Yeah.
When I got my containers, I immediately messaged Lynn and I was like, these are really tiny. And she was like, yeah, well, they look like that in the beginning. And then once I started portioning everything out, I was like, oh my God, that's so much freaking food. To really have to eat again. I'm so, tired of eating, but your metabolism kicks in and you're starving all the time. So it helps. Yeah.
It's weird. It's definitely not the big hairy monster that I thought it was gonna be.
Mm-mm.
I'm starving as it is because I'm breastfeeding, so I'm
Yeah.
just always hungry.
Yeah. That's how my girl Mandy is. She just finished breastfeeding 2 babies, so she's down to just doing 1 now. And she's like, she was always starving. I'm like, girl, you are something.
God, I'm hungry. Oh, and you know what the sucky part is that I don't sleep enough either, so I make all those horrible decisions.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
It's I breastfed Jack for a year, and it's an experience.
Yeah.
All the food.
Joanna,
Hi. What's
your
up?
pretty face.
Look at that.
Holler to Joanna, who went live in her challenge group.
Yeah, girl.
Yeah.
I was so nervous, but I think it went well.
Oh my God, you're adorable.
Yeah, you're so cute. Stop it. Oh my God.
Awesome.
That's so fun. That's so exciting. Now you can be like, I've done that.
I know. I'm just gonna keep going with it.
Yes.
Like once you do the scary thing, you're like, okay, now what?
What's next?
I just find it super awkward because you're like essentially talking to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even these meetings, I'm like, oh, I'm just watching myself make all these
I
weird
know.
hand gestures and.
Right?
Aw.
Aw, I know it. Who's on the phone? Who's the 307 zip code?
I don't know who that is.
Hello.
Area code.
Hi guys, this
Hi.
is Lauren Simpson.
Lauren, what's up, girl?
I got on, but I'm breastfeeding right now, and he gets kind of noisy, so I'm just muting myself and just kind of listening in right now.
Cool. That's awesome. Good to have you on.
Okay, thanks.
For sure.
You want to eat everything too?
Yes, all the time.
That's been the hardest thing that okay, so we'll get to the vital behaviors real quick after this, and then really get into like rank versus income, like cycles. But as other fellow coaches, having other females that are breastfeeding and not obviously like we stay in the maintenance zone for the container system, maybe even up one if they really feel like they need to. What do you guys do if they just can't get it? Like, I keep hitting a block with one or two of them, and it's just like they're just not doing it. And it's like, I've never breastfed, so I never want. I can only do so much research without going through it myself, you know. And then asking, I bug Mallory all the time, like, is this right? Breastfeeding? She's like, yes, like it is. So I don't know. Have you guys experienced anyone, or even yourself, like with the container system while breastfeeding? Like, how is that for you?
I haven't been using the container system, so I don't know. So I don't know. Lauren? Yeah.
Can you do that and let me know?
I haven't used it yet because I just got it in the mail 2 days ago, or maybe yesterday. But something I've noticed, like, to keep my mind off of it, if I stay busy, I'm able to not focus on how hungry I am. So I don't know if that would help you, but
No,
that's been something that's helped me.
Yeah, well, like I said, I haven't been using the container system. I am now once I get my bands and my sliders, so I'll let you know.
Cool. Thank you. Britt, what's up, babe? Hey.
Hey.
We are, Lauren, that's a really good point, because what I have a lot of my challengers do is I have them make a self-love list. Like, I have them list 10 things that makes them happy, like music, and that's under like a broad variety, like concerts, dancing, maybe art is one, and to keep themselves off of reminding themselves that they're so hungry, you know, is to go to that list and stick to it. So I appreciate you for saying that.
Yeah.
You feel like that me doing that is reinforced.
Yeah, totally.
Cool.
Just about kind of keeping your mind preoccupied.
Yeah, thank you. Right. Hi, bud. Okay, guys. So we're gonna record this because just everyone always needs to like remember what are the vital behaviors, and then especially like I'm pretty sure this is the first time we're in a long time that we're talking about rank versus income and what both of them can do together as well. So first, we're going to talk about the vital behaviors and just roll through that because that was the second thing that was pulled the most through it all. So Mal or Heather, you guys want to start?
Yeah, I'll start.
Okay. Thank you.
Professional development is huge if you guys don't already know, which I'm sure you all do. But I was looking, watching some videos for myself, and oh, baby.
I know.
Sorry, I'm gonna mute it now.
Okay.
That's okay.
We'll stop bothering you.
Professional development can stand for two things, is the way I see it. It could be professional, as in your business, and it could also be personal development. So I actually really never knew that. I just found that out, that it was two separate sections. Like you have your professional where you learn how to work with people and communicate with people, and then you have your personal where it's something within yourself, like things that you want to fix for yourself. Basically, you want to find your fears, you want to find your struggles, and then you want to find books or however, whatever personal development podcast, whatever you use to help you grow whatever it is that you're struggling with. And then professional development, again, I guess it's the same concept. You want to find something that you have a difficult time. Like if you have a difficult time talking to strangers, you want to find something that helps you talk to strangers, teaches you how to talk to strangers. Riley.
That's awesome. No, you're fine. Hi, Riley.
Learn from him. He doesn't have a problem talking to strangers.
Not at all. Okay. All right. I took all my books out because I have some. This one is my favorite. Get Over Your Damn Self.
Cool.
Because it kind of hits both points, I think. It teaches you how to talk to people, and it also, like, it's basically, basically what it says, no bullshit blueprint. And that's how I am when I talk to people. I'm like, this is it. This is how we do it. I'm straight up. Like, I don't frill it and lace it up and what's the word? I don't know. What do you want to call it? I can't think of the word, but that's how when I talk. So I'm like, this is how it is. You like it, you don't like it. I don't know what to say. This is one I'm working on, the Miracle Morning, because Lord knows I'm not getting any sleep. So I'm trying to, get myself up in the morning so I have time to do the things that I need to do for myself, because I don't have a lot of that time for myself with,
really good at that is Ashley Koza. She's getting up at like 4:30 in the morning.
God bless her. Well, I'm at 4:30 in the morning too, but my boob is in a kid's mouth, so
different. Different.
Maybe I should learn how to attach her and then hold a book and do some PD while I breastfeed. Multitask, right?
Multitask.
And then I have a few other ones. Go Pro, Go for No, network marketing. You Are a Badass is a good one if you're having a lot of issues with your confidence, basically, and how you're living your life, and it just helps. And then this one, which I really haven't opened yet, Lynn, but this is one that Lynn suggested, Uninvited. I haven't quite opened it, but we all struggle from time to time, and professional development, you have to make time for it, because if you're not growing yourself, your business is not going to grow. It's just going to be stagnant. Just like if you'll be stuck in the same spot and you'll never get anywhere if you're not, developing, yourself. So
it's crazy. It's crazy because like we put so much emphasis on these workouts and like doing it and sticking to it, but then it's like that's physical, but
Yeah.
everything is internal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a lot of mental. It's a lot of, like I was saying in our last meeting that we had, I finally had that like aha moment where I'm just like, you know what? F this. This is who I am. I'm going to attract the people that want to be around me, basically. And that's who you really want to attract. You don't want to attract people that don't have anything in common with you, because where are you going to go with that? Nowhere. So I've definitely decided, as far as my social media, because I didn't do a lot of it while I was pregnant because I was just unmotivated. I was exhausted. I was tired. I had no desire to do much of anything. So I'm finally stepping out of that like rut that I was in, I guess, whatever. It was bad because I knew where I wanted to be, and I knew I wanted to, follow this journey and keep going with it, but I just couldn't. I just had no desire. So
that's so exciting. I'm excited to see you again. Oh my gosh. Where are you?
The whole time we were just talking, I was like, Heather!
Right?
I'm so excited you're back.
Awesome. Yeah, do your PD.
Yes.
Thank you, Bill. That was, I want to say I knew that about the professional development, but I can't tell you. So that was a cool reminder.
I didn't learn it until I started reading that book.
Yeah.
Get Over Your Damn Self. I'm like, this
so
is
good.
so informative. Like, why have I not been reading things like this? Like, I know that, like, I gotta love myself. Like, we've gotten to that point, and I get the reminder every day. I'm like, but something's not working. I started reading that book, and I'm like, where has this been?
I relate to her because she's just like, all right, this is how it is, and you just got to do it. You have to get over it. You have to talk to people. Like when you're in a random cab and you're talking to people at Summit, it's just whatever. Gotta do it.
Britt's good at that.
You'll have them day every day.
So cool. So PD, number 1, biobehavior, professional, personal development. That was awesome. Thank you. Mal, do you want to?
Yeah.
Cool.
So the next subtle behavior is my personal favorite. And I think, in my opinion, PD is extremely important. And honestly, it is most important. But the next one is being a product of the product. Because how can you be a coach if you've never done a program, if you've never drank Shaco, if you've never done the performance line, if you've never sampled anything, never been in an accountability group? Who's going to want to join you if you're not being a product of the product? So, like, if you need brain surgery, are you going to go to a doctor who has studied all about brain surgery and watched all kinds of people do it and posted about brain surgery on Instagram, but he's never performed actual brain surgery in his life? No. You're going to want to go to one that you can go back and see that they've had lots of successful brain surgeries, right? So you have to be proof that this shit works. There's so many things out there. There's BBG, there's Tone It Up, there's gyms, there's all different kinds of group fitness classes. So you have to show why Beachbody is cool and why we are different from everybody else, because it actually freaking works for people.
Yeah.
Where fitness and eating healthy, that's what doctors have told people to do for dozens and dozens of years. It's golden. It's proof. So you have to show people that it works. You have to be doing a program start to finish. You have to be sharing the good, bad, and ugly of it, even the really ugly of it. You have to share when you fall off and get back on. You have to share Shaco or the performance line or every bit of it. You have to show people that it's legit.
Mm-hmm. But Mal, what happened in your first program?
What happened in my first program?
Yeah, like I feel like your first program was like, I'm hooked, I'm in forever.
Yeah, so I was in a really bad spot, and one of my cousins was in Lynn's challenge groups at the time, and I reached out to my cousin, and she was like, message Lynn, talk to her. Didn't have a clue who Lynn was. I'd never talked to her in my life, and then I was like, hey, I need help. And she's like, she had just started, so she was brand new. she's like, yeah, here's my link. Go check it out. If you want to order anything, let me know. And so I go check it out, and I researched every program Beachbody had. I looked at hashtag Beachbody Coach on Instagram because I wanted to get all the information I could. I fell on the program PIO at the time, which is really fun if you've never done it. It's super, super fun. And I researched the shit out of PIO. I went to my husband and I was like, hey, I want to do this. And he's like, that's a lot of money. And I was like, I know, but I want to do it. So I'm going to do it. And so I ordered it, and Lynn's like, shit, you got a program in Shakeout. That's awesome. So I did my first workout, and I was addicted. I joke with Jesse all the time. I drank the Kool-Aid. It's serious. Once you do a program and you really dive full into an accountability group, you can never leave. You're a lifer. Once you give it everything you have, it's addicting in the best way.
Yeah. It was so cool for you to be like, holy balls, holy balls, Lynn.
Yeah.
Just to see your before and after photos that first time, I was like, that's what this is about.
Yes.
All of this is about is finding those people who want to do it, and then we stick together forever.
Yeah. And I mean, you'll have challengers. So you start a program and it doesn't work, and then they'll try another one and it doesn't work, and for whatever reason, they can't seem to make it work. But that's not on Beachbody. That's on them, because Beachbody has a program for everyone: male, female, young, old, lots of weight to lose, no weight to lose, beginner, super trainer. They have something for everyone.
Yeah.
So,
it's crazy.
Tell people that it works. Get everybody in this shit.
Okay, so that was the second vital behavior. Third, because Catherine's going to get the fourth one, so I'm going to go ahead and do the third, is recognition. And that also, social media falls under that a lot. But recognition is the opportunity we have to congratulate other people for just being awesome in their health and wellness journey, or sharing something that could help you as well, and you just saying thank you for sharing that. Thank you for being awesome. It's so easy to follow a lot of these holistic, nutritionists or people who are sharing awesome recipes and just retagging them in your story saying, can't wait to try this. Thanks for sharing. And, you give them a shout out even on your social media. And just spending the time with your team as well, giving them recognition, giving them just, it's like being hype girl, you just get out there, just being you're doing it. We forget sometimes through the mundane things of a fitness journey, it's not always going to be exciting. And that's when we can fall off the train. So when you have someone come in being you're doing it, you're still doing this is awesome. Shout out to you. I see you working, that feels so good for people. It's one of those things where if you're maybe down on yourself that day, double dose on that recognition for other people. Because if you're out there giving it out, it's still going to come, everything's going to come back. And it's going to make you feel good. It's going to make them feel good. And recognition is huge. That's another reason why we recognize those who are hitting Success Club already, because those are people who are already hitting and making lives change already. Yeah. And it's just, we want to celebrate those people who are out there, not just doing having their own transformations, which is huge, but also those people who are helping others make transformations, even in the littlest of ways. Even if it's someone that finally drank the water that they needed to that day, half of their weight in water, for their ounces that day, that's something to celebrate. Even the little things, saying no to something. So really finding those small victories, the in-between things to celebrate is where that recognition really gets fun. And that's what can make your stories on your social media great. It helps. That's how connections start to get made on social media. And that's when basic, easy conversations just happen with people, especially if you're diving into people that, if you figured out who you are as a person. I know Elena loves, rock climbing. So she's touching out to everyone who's like rock climbing. So if she sees someone that's doing something cool rock climbing or doing like using some gear and has questions about it or gets an answer about like a piece of equipment from rock climbing, like she can talk about how she's pumped that this person helped her find that and give them a shout out. Like stuff like that, that's like going to speak to you. It's going to help them, that helped you as well. You know, like basic recognition like that can really open up significant amounts of conversations as well. And then going back to what Heather was doing with her PD, like every day, it's kind of like clockwork. You know, you post a screenshot of the PD that you're reading in the morning. That's an opportunity for someone to be like, hey, what book are you reading? And then you post your workout, like what Mallory was saying. And then third, you know, you're out there like doing your job by, you know, having those conversations, which is what Catherine's going to talk about next. But recognizing those people, so it's automatically starting those conversations with everybody, and then actually like having those conversations and doing it is the fourth vital behavior. And is Catherine back on here yet? She's got twins, I'm sure you guys know, but I can't imagine what it's like to put them to bed right now. But Mal, do you want to help me tag team, maybe inviting in conversations?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So depending on, and I really wanted to have this ready for you guys tonight. I just couldn't make it happen. And I didn't want to half-ass something for you. We have those trackers in our files. Has everyone seen those? The conversation tracking? Yeah. Cool. Okay. You know, it's like walker, jogger, runner. We were talking and we feel like we're missing a step between like going from like doing a program and being in a wellness group to walking and having conversations. Like there's like this big jump in between. And so we decided that we wanted to create another tracker sheet that's like baby steps and crawler. So I really wanted to have that ready for you all today, because that's like moving from those first 3 vital behaviors that we just talked about into the last one where it goes into inviting and conversations. So like making sure those 3 things are like done and completed, and then moving into the inviting and conversations. So I will have that done soon. I'm sorry, I really want to be like, got it done, but I just get it done. But the last part of the vital behaviors, and a lot of us freak ourselves out with this a lot, and we really don't need to do this, is depending on where you're at in your journey, having anywhere between, if you're a walker, if you want to make this a business, if you're ready to like start making an income, having an inviting, oh my gosh, 3 to 5 people a day, having conversations about your wellness group, 3 to 5 people a day. And then Mal, do you want to take over the next and take care of this dog real quick? Maybe jogger?
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're okay. 3 to 5 people a day. Jogger, maybe 5 to 10 people a day. Starting new conversations with them and building a relationship, or talking about your wellness group, or potentially even talking about coaching, because you are never going to build your team unless you talk to people about the coaching opportunity. So that could include like challengers that you have. And then runner, Lynn.
Runners like 10 to 20 people a day. And that's really fun, because that's when you're like, this is a lot, you know, like, but granted, like, and when it says like 10 to 20 people, like if you miss a day, don't beat yourself up for missing a day of inviting people and onload more people the following day. You're going to stress yourself out. You're going to get anxiety. It's going to be a lot, and the quality is going to go down. So just hop back on the horse, just like a fitness train. Don't try and onboard from the day prior. Just do what you have to do that day and stick to it. I have been so guilty of inviting like 70 people in one day because I felt bad for not doing what I needed to do for a few days in a row. And it was just a cocktail for disaster. So it's 10 to 20 people per day. And the easiest thing for me that I have found is wake up in the morning, you read your personal development, and you just shoot off wherever you're at in the tracker system, and you just shoot off a message to people. And then you have all day to respond to the people who you were talking to the day prior, and you have all day to round up those conversations from the people that you invited that morning while you're getting your other vital behaviors done throughout the day. So, and the organizational part also just comes with time.
Like Lynn said in the beginning, a lot of people put a lot of fear around inviting, but when you do the other vital behaviors first, that takes so much of the fear out. Because when you're doing your personal development or professional development, you're getting the confidence within yourself. You're learning how to talk to people. When you are being a proof that the products work, that gives you the credibility to reach out to somebody and say, hey, do this with me. I've shown you that it works. Come do it. Mm-hmm. When you're recognizing people and you're recognizing your team, that makes you feel good. People see you recognizing your team and other people, and they're like, I want to be a part of that. I want to be recognized too. This looks fun. And then that takes out the scariness too. So the more you do the other vital behaviors, the one that's really going to move your business forward, is a lot less scary.
Mm-hmm. Jesse, did you? Oh wait, you're on mute. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Just like for people who have full-time jobs, I just wanted to like float this little thing out there, because it can be overwhelming when you hear like, I have to like at the baseline, I have to invite like 5 to 10 people a day. Like that's crazy. So what I do at my job, like, I mean, if you have a desk job, you normally have Facebook open. That's just, or like GChat or something. And so what I do is I use it like when I get bored and I'm like, I've been like really focused on my work for a while and I need a break, I start a conversation with somebody. So it's just like the easy thing I do. So I sprinkle it out throughout the day. So that way, like I have this natural, like, break built in that's still productive and still helps me. So just wanted to throw that out there.
You're awesome.
Cool. Oh, that helps.
Yeah.
It's huge. Yeah, I mean, that's it. And it's just one of those things where like, I don't know how it is. Like Dina started and she like picked it up and she's just like hitting Success Club from like day one. And it took me like a year to figure out how to have conversations with people. So like, we gotta like, everyone's going to have a different journey in this business, depending on where you're at in your own personal life now, how you view yourself now, who are the people around you now, what are you allowing yourself to believe about yourself now versus actually doing it. And then in addition to that is like, have you done a program and like start to finish, and like, so you can be pumped up about it. Because when you're pumped up about it, like really feeling that emotion of knowing that you've done it and you feel fantastic, allowing that motion to come out is a blessing. That's a purpose. That excitement that you feel of doing something and accomplishing something for yourself should be released to the world. And it's not something like you're shoving it in anyone's face, but if you're pumped up about something that you did for yourself and you want other people to join you because you know what it can do, like that's what matters. That alone right there is like what needs to be shared and what can make a difference. So yeah, it's like, so having those conversations after like getting your swagger on with these programs and then kind of like getting out of your own mind, it takes a while. And I'm sure like Dina's been there prior to doing this where she's had to get out of her own way. So like she's been there. For me, like I've never really had to do that. So my own worst person was myself, and failing 50,000 times and then failing over here, failing over there, failing over there. Now it's like I have failed everywhere else. And then all of a sudden I stopped failing because I have failed everywhere. So it's like there's no other ways to fail anymore because I've done them. So yeah, so it just all takes time figuring it out, and I know all of us want it to like start right away, and sometimes like it does and sometimes doesn't. That's cool. Just like a matter of not giving up. So
I felt like educating yourself on the programs each week. I think I heard it at Summit. I don't remember where I heard it, but I heard something like learning, like pick a program and learn about that program a little bit each day for 7 days. That's when I started feeling comfortable even talking to people when I was doing the program, when I was doing a program and I knew what we had to offer, because we know we have a shit ton of workouts and stuff, but we don't exactly know what, or you don't know, like say a guy wants to start, but he already lifts, like we have hammer and chisel and stuff like that. Like getting to know this stuff makes you more confident to have a conversation about any of the things too.
Absolutely.
I've realized, for me at least.
Yeah, for sure. Cool, guys. So that's the vital behaviors. Anyone have questions before I move into talking about money? And what will free everybody of their jobs.
And get us all on the beach together.
Yeah, that's all I want, guys. I just want to take us all on a trip together. Like that's yeah. I mean, we're here. Dina and I are here already. You guys can come see us. But we could. I think I saw a few people take their teams to like Belize and stuff. So that would be rad. Okay, guys. So this part's gonna hurt your head a little bit, because this isn't easy in the beginning. So please know, like, if I say anything and if it doesn't make sense, please ask, and just know that you are not alone in it probably not clicking right away, because it's just not. It's a different system, and a lot of us still think that this is like a company where whoever like is at the top is always going to stay at the top. Like whoever signed up first is always going to stay there. When like in all actuality, if I stopped working, you guys could pass me in a heartbeat, like easy. So it's a very different system. So there's two things. There's many different ways to make money. Obviously, off of a challenge pack or a sale and getting 25% off of that. So that's basically what's going to start to happen in your business when you first start off, is the majority of the income is going to come from the commissions. And then when we move from commissions to ranking to where Emerald is, where the cycle bonuses start happening, that's when money starts to come in as fun money. So we cap out at Emerald the monetary value at $250 a week. Okay. And that's in cycle bonuses. That is not in commissions. You can make more from the commissions, but that is sitting at Emerald rank using just those cycle bonuses is $250 a week. And when you are utilizing those cycle bonuses as an Emerald, that's $14. So now I'm going to talk about cycles, and then bear with me on this. So everyone's noticed that they have, when you go into your back office, you all of a sudden like see all this volume, and one of your legs all of a sudden has all this volume on it. You guys seen all that? Like, just give me like a hand or like a nod of like, Jesse, I love you. So if you go in there, you'll see volume just accumulating on one of your legs. And it's volume that's coming down from your upline, from your up line, from 3 uplines above you. And that is your strong leg. So, and whatever your strong leg is, whatever coach you put on your leg, let's say Dina were to add a coach to her left leg, their left leg is their strong leg. Okay, getting off a little off topic, but we have a strong leg and we have a weak leg. So automatically you're most likely going to have more than 200 volume coming down. So, okay, so let's talk about volume real quick. Shaco's 90 PV, right? Okay, so this is how the volume starts getting figured out. And it takes a while let's really break it down. So 200 PV on the strong leg is just going to start coming down. So how that happens, 200 PV, that's more than likely 3 people are on Shaco, 3 people are on a performance line. Somehow 200 volume was created to come down onto your strong leg. Okay, and that's just going to accumulate. So you want an upline that is working so you can have a strong leg. Because if you didn't have a strong leg, you'd be working with no strong leg and no weak leg. You would have to double up that strong leg and work double hard. That's why you want an upline that's actually working to give you that volume, because on that strong leg you have 200 volume, and then we want to pull 100 volume from your weak leg. Okay, is everybody with me so far? If I lost anybody, it's okay. Okay, Bert's like maybe. Sure. Okay.
You
so,
said like wave a hand if you're listening. I'm like, oh, I didn't want to like go like I didn't know if you'd see it.
So automatically, if you just go into your back office, because you have an upline that is working, you guys don't have to worry about this. You automatically will have volume just trickle down onto your strong leg. So, and your strong leg is the one you'll be able to determine which strong leg it is. What leg is your strong leg by volume just coming down. Without you doing anything, it's just going to start coming down. You'll be like, where is all this volume coming from? It's from your upline. So you have your strong leg, and then whenever we can pull 200 volume from your strong leg, which you will be able to, 200 volume from your strong leg, and then you have 100 volume on your weak leg. So let's think about this. So let's say you are an emerald and you have 2 coaches on your weak leg. Okay, 2 coaches on your weak leg. Let's say it's the weak leg over here. 2 coaches on your weak leg and 1 coach on your strong leg, because that makes you emerald, right? Having 2 coaches on either side. If you have 2 coaches on your weak leg, one of them's on Shaco, the other one's on a performance pack, that's definitely going to be over 100 volume. So we have 100, right? So if they're on HD every single month, let's say it's 180 total. Whenever we can pull 100 volume from here and 200 volume from that strong leg to create 300 volume total, that's a cycle. That is 1 cycle. So then that 80 that's left over from that 100, that just moves into the cycles of the following week. Doesn't go away. So every like 4 weeks, all of a sudden you'll be like, all that extra volume that hasn't been used will just be used, and you'll be like, whoa, where I have a way larger paycheck than I was planning on. That's awesome. Like, hell yeah. It's like, not only is it just everyone on a program and everyone doing their own wellness journey, but it's also those coaches who are making a difference, who are out there running their own wellness groups and creating volume for themselves on their weak and their strong legs. That's where you're going to start pulling. So you can cycle up to 99 times in one day. So, oh my gosh, my dog. So if you think about that, having 2 people on Shaco over here, obviously your strong leg, you have a strong leg because your upline is working. You don't have to worry about that, thank goodness, or else you would, I know some people that have to worry about working both of their legs, which would be exhausting. 100 from the weak leg, 200 from the strong leg. Whenever you can create 300 volume, that is when you cycle. So here's the difference. The higher you rank yourself in this business, the higher your cycle bonuses become. So at Emerald, you're $14. At Ruby, you're $16. At Diamond, you're $18. It is absolutely possible to be an Emerald coach and make more than a Diamond coach. Absolutely, because it depends on who is working on your team. Because you could have 20 coaches on your weak leg, 2 coaches on your strong leg, but not a single one of those 20 coaches is an Emerald to help get you to Diamond. And you could be making more money than a Diamond just simply because of that volume they are creating. So it's not a matter necessarily of rank and then you have cycles. It's if you want to do both, if you want to be recognized, ranking is the best way to do that, because then you also get invited to do more things, because ranking is the way that Beachbody likes to recognize people for starting to take leadership. They don't use the income as a way to recognize people as taking leadership. It's the ranking that they use. So getting invited to more parties, getting invited out to California, getting invited to the summit parties or the Success Club parties, like that's all comes with ranking. But to make the money side of it, you do want to hit a higher ranking, just simply because the higher your ranking, the higher the cycle bonus money is and just accumulates. But getting your significant other on your weak leg, having just stacking your weak leg is where a lot of that income is going to come from. That makes sense. Yeah, Britt.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So the 200 and the 100 is one time?
Yep.
So say I have 400 and 200, that's 2 times.
Yep.
And you can cycle up to 99 times in one day. Jesus Christ, that's a lot of money.
Yeah. So if you look at, if you all go and look at that leadership ladder, I don't know if you guys have seen that yet. So Britt, you'll be able to figure out like what is your next step on that leadership ladder rung. So that way, you know, it tells you how much you're, not just the ranking, but it lets you know, like, so we have those rankings, but another way that we also like to recognize people is by, you know, business leader, business builder, team leader. Those are the rungs, and it will let you know what rank or what volume your weak leg should be at in order to be recognized as being that leader. It doesn't matter what ranking it does, because it also does rankings, but it says it does the rankings, Success Club points, weak leg volume, and however many coaches you have also doing the same thing. That's how those leadership ladder rungs are set out for us, so we know if we're moving our business forward. The rankings are a good way for a skeleton, but those leadership ladder rungs are the most important, because you'll benefit not just in ranking, but also in cycles as well. Hey, girl.
So I have a question. As far as placement is concerned, when you sign up a coach who is going to be active in the business, where would you put them? Would you put them on your strong leg or your weak leg?
I would put them on my weak leg, but I see where Mal's going with this, because the goal, for me, and it totally depends on what your goals are, is if you want to get to be a 15-star diamond coach, you need 7 coaches on one leg and 8 coaches on the other. So it's up to you on how you want to do it. You know, if you have a coach that wants to be active and wants to run it and wants to roll with it, and you think that they would be awesome, I would prefer to put them on my weak leg, outside of, even though my goal is 15-star diamond, like strategically doing that is going to take a while. So I would you're going to need 8 on one leg anyway, so might as well just load up that weak leg. Yeah, Dina, what's up, boo?
So what you're saying is it's strategy. So like you're already going to get the volume from your strong leg, so that's why you would load up your weak leg. So say if you have somebody that's just kind of like, they might order like Recover once or twice a month, like you would just put them on your strong leg because you're not really focusing on like what they're bringing in. But if you have somebody that's actively a coach and trying to like hustle like you are, you would put them on your weak leg because you want the volume from that. Is that right?
Yep. Exactly.
Got it.
Yeah, exactly. So, which is where like this kind of, sorry, here's this, gets a little exciting, is when after you have 2 stars or 2 diamonds on either of your legs, you can create that second business center that may have helped you get to Emerald, Or maybe you haven't signed anyone up yet, or maybe you have another person that you can sign up, and you can create their account on your weak leg and legally transform their social security number into your social security number and open up your second business center. And then now your second business center is on your weak leg, and you can then use that second business center to get to diamond. So then you're on your way to not only like, are you loading up on those cycles because you're helping your own self with that weak leg, but you're on your way to a 5-star. So that's the point of wanting to get a spouse or a family. I've signed up 3 people at one point just to control everything. I've had one on my strong leg, one on my weak leg, and then I got to a point where I was like, cool, I can cancel this account on my strong leg. My weak leg's over here. I'll utilize this account over here. So yeah, so it is all strategy. But the main thing though is really utilizing those increased cycle bonus money. Like obviously like we all were like diamond, like we all want to get to diamond, but like that's cool. And like we think like this big transformation is going to happen, but I'm going to tell you what, guys, like a massive transformation does not happen when you get to diamond. Sure, you're added to new groups and you get to be like a leader in things and you get invited to more parties and, you know, you have that, like you got your team and everyone's pumped and stuff. But like, unless we've set the groundwork for ourselves and we meet those people who just really want to run with you, it's not really going to be that much of a difference when you hit diamond. So like first step is like, just take it easy. Like just know that like, even if you hit diamond, like you still got to do all the things to still grow that weak leg in order for everyone to utilize those cycle bonuses, all that fun money where it just starts coming in when you're sleeping, you know?
There was a push.
I have a question about each leg.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if you have somebody sign up and you don't think they're going to be that active, but then they become pretty active, can you switch them, or once they're on a leg, they're set there for good?
They are stuck there after 5 days for good.
Okay.
Yeah. When did they sign up?
What's that?
When did they sign up?
No, I just I didn't have anybody sign up. It was just a thought that I had, and
cool.
I just was curious.
That's an awesome question to ask before it's too late. Yeah, right? Yeah. Before I forget. And then, so in addition, obviously, like the commissions that come in, and we have our rank, and then we have the cycle bonuses. It's really fun because when you do hit diamond and when you do hit 1 star, you do get a quarterly bonus. So that is a benefit to hitting diamond, is you do get those quarterly bonuses. And the 1 star, you get those quarterly bonuses. I think what was it, Matt? Like an extra 150, 200 or something. And I forget what they.
I don't think you get quarterly bonuses until 2 star.
Definitely that. But remember when we were at Summit and they said.
Oh, I think that was just a special thing last year. I don't know if that's a forever thing.
I should check my bank account because obviously we're in the second quarter.
Yeah.
But the cool thing is as you get to, not only like obviously when you get to diamond, it is something to celebrate because now you have a team. You have 2 people at Emerald. Everyone is like moving forward in their own health and wellness journey. You're added to all these other leadership groups. You get a corporate mentor, which is so fun. You get to start like, you're in these groups with all these other people you're seeing on social media all the time that everyone fangirls over, and you're like, I'm in the group with you. Like, what is this about? But you're there, but at the same time, you're like, okay, I'm still diamond, but all these other people are going. So it makes you want to go too. So just getting yourself in that position and put yourself around those people who are making it happen. It's like you are your 5 best friends. So like just making yourself get there somehow, some way to see what it's really like on the other side is awesome. And then on top of that, I get to take you guys on a trip once you hit diamond. So once you hit 2 star, this is where it's really fun. So when you hit 2-star, you have 2 diamonds on either leg. What corporate does is they take the entire income that came from the 2 stars for that quarter, and they split it apart and disperse it across all the 2 stars. So I think Nikki told me, she was like, yeah, I got like a $3,000 check, 2-star. And then you hit 5-star and it's dispersed. All that money is put into a pile, split up and dispersed again amongst all the 5 stars. That's like another $8,000. So not only are you getting the $8,000 from the 5-star, but you're also getting $3,000 from the 2-star. So it's $11,000 in quarterly bonuses. And you get to 10-star. So just imagine what that's like, because 10-star people aren't that abundant, you know, so doesn't have to go that much further beyond so many people. So not only are you getting the 2-star, 5-star, and 10-star, from Nikki's mouth, she's made $42,000 in quarterly bonuses by being a 15-star. So that is something, you know? So that is just in quarterly bonuses. That is not even in cycle bonuses, team cycle bonuses, team bonus money, commissions, nothing. You know, it's like,
is that yearly?
Quarter.
Or that's every quarter.
Every
And
quarter.
that's yearly she's getting 42 every quarter. Every quarter.
She's in the million club.
Well, I figured that.
Yeah.
But so she's getting every quarterly, she's getting 2-star, 5-star, and then it disperses into that.
Mm-hmm.
So like you individually get those and then they just total up.
Yeah. So it'll be, yeah. But so it's like the first thing in this is just like getting yourself to diamond so you can really, know that you can do it. It's not impossible at all. It's all a mindset. Everything's just a mindset with this. If we keep thinking like diamond's this big leap jump away, when really like you got to get to ruby. That's the main thing. And then you get to diamond just by doing emerald again from ruby to diamond. And then like once you get there, you're like, whoa, I'm a small fish in still a big pond, you know? And then like that's when the fun starts to happen, because you get to start hanging out with people who are making a living out of this and not, you know, retiring their husbands and hanging out at home with their kids all the time and living the life, you know, by working out and helping other people work out. So, and we all get to go on trips together.
More team time, please.
Yeah. So does that like, and the cool thing is too with these legs is that you don't have to do the math for this. You know, you don't have to be the one that's like, I need one more 100 volume over here to do this over here. Like all you need to know is like that first goal, like get to emerald. Okay. Like looking at that leadership ladder rung. Okay. What's the next goal? I got to get to ruby. Cool. And then I know I got to get to diamond. And then from there, I'm going to stack the shit out of my weak leg and look at that leadership ladder rung and see where I got to go next in order to hit those benchmarks. So I can be invited to go to California and go on all these leadership retreats with people, you know? So it's like, just take it step by step. And it all goes back to those damn vital behaviors, guys. Like those little shit things every single day that are so easy to miss, but they're the building blocks to being a millionaire. And you know what I mean? Like that's the process. It's crazy. It seems so attainable, you know, and it is. It's just a matter of doing it. So, did I confuse anybody?
You did good.
I think everyone's like, my brain.
And just one side note, if you happen to put somebody on your strong leg that you think isn't going to work and they end up working, that's still a good thing. Yes, loading your weak leg so you can cycle more is critical to cycle bonuses, but in order to rank advance, you're going to need active working coaches on both legs.
Mm-hmm.
Need a diamond on both legs, you know? So don't stress it out if you put somebody on your strong leg and then they all of a sudden start killing it, because that's still a good thing.
Yeah. Because if, let's, again, like those cycle bonuses, if they are, I'm sure like, Nikki signed up with Stephanie Chico, and Stephanie Chico didn't think Nikki was going to go anywhere. And now look at her. Nikki's on her strong leg, and Stephanie's like, oh my gosh, like, no way. So, but at the same time, she's also keeping Stephanie at 15 star, which is getting her those quarterly bonuses. So even though, like, sure, it would be great to have that cycle come in every week and it be very large, but then she's got that big check at the end of every quarter. So, yeah.
Try not to stress out too much about placement, because it's all going to end up working out anyway.
Yeah. Just getting yourself to diamond and just getting there is like the first and foremost. And then then we can all help each other and figure it out.
I think that the strong leg, weak leg is misleading, because like that's what I was thinking. I was like, okay, so I put like the people I'm really counting on the strong, and then the people I think are going to be lame on the weak, and it's like, no, it's kind of like the opposite.
Yeah.
And like I didn't know in the beginning that like I thought you could maybe move them around, and like my husband was the first one I signed up, and he's on my strong leg. But like, he just does like the supplements and stuff like that, like I do. And then I was thinking, okay, because I got my neighbor too, and I know she's buying stuff. So I'm like, oh, I'll put her on my strong leg. And Ashley was like, no, weak leg. And I was like, really? Why? And she was like, I'm sure Lynn could explain it to you better. But so you have. That's
cool. Okay.
Totally makes sense now.
Yeah. It's like those people who are going to put in the hustle and, really want to do this, like, they're it's your weak leg, but you want to put the strongest people on your weak leg to counteract the other strong leg. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, that was a lot, guys.
Oh,
yeah.
So I did sign on my second coach on like Sunday, and it still hasn't made me emerald.
Oh, it won't until Thursday.
Until Thursday.
On payday. Yeah.
I keep checking it like I'm like,
Everything happens on Thursdays. They're the best.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. Yep. Where's my little?
Would anyone like to share their next rank goal and a date they want to push for it by?
Well, that's a good idea.
Go, Jessie.
It's so funny that we're talking about this today, because like, I don't know what happened this past weekend, but it was like, I guess all the work I was putting in March is starting to like come back around. So I have like people who I think are actually going to sign up as coaches. Hopefully by Monday, fingers crossed. But I was like, you know what? Speak your truth into the universe. And so I said to myself today, I was like, I'm going to get Ruby this month. Which I don't know if I can or not, but you know what? That's my goal, so that's what I'm going for. And I'm just saying it. I'm putting it out there. I'm going to try and get Ruby by May 1st.
You get Ruby by May 1st.
You get Ruby, girl.
Yeah.
You did it. That's awesome. That's exciting. Ruby's so fun.
Yeah. I told Ashley that I was also going to get Ruby this month, but I misunderstood. I thought it was just 4 coaches. I didn't realize that 2 had to be emerald. So then I was like, oh, I don't know. Never mind.
No.
For now, right?
Yeah. No, for sure. I mean, and that's why that step, like everyone's like, oh, diamond so far, and it's like, no, it's like it's really Ruby. Like it's like. Because that's where, when you have your 2 leaders start stepping up,
And the other thing too is I think that it's you can get people to sign on, like if you know that they're going to be actively like reordering Shaco or doing the programs, and you know that they're going to stay with the supplements, and you want them to do the discount. But like I want people that I think will like be in it and want to coach and want to put other people under them and want to do challenge groups with me and stuff like that. So now I'm trying to think of like, okay, who do I think will really like invest in this and maybe go further than just like, yeah, I want a discount on stuff. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what I'm thinking of now.
For sure. I highly recommend getting on YouTube and looking at a few. Raina Odell is a boss when it comes to just explaining what the coaching opportunity is. And I would recommend, like, because when I was like, I'm hitting diamond, like, I went out there and I was like a tornado. I mean, I did it. Like, I when I decided I was going to go diamond, like, I went from nothing to diamond in 5 months and was like, but I don't know how I got there. I don't know what really happened. I kind of blacked out during those 5 months, but I didn't find like those coaches that I wanted to run with me.
Yeah.
You know, so like learning how to explain that better. I wish I would have known now watching all those videos since then when I was like out there, like looking for my people.
So what was the name again that you just recommended?
Raina, Raina, Raina Odell, Odell.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. She's very clear cut, to the point, no bullshit, kind. It makes you remember to like get out of your own way. Yeah, and this whole thing is all of us just in our own way and not being consistent. That's what it comes down to. If we're not hitting goals, it's us not being consistent and we're mind fucking ourselves somewhere.
Always.
Yeah.
Like when we post 50 freaking pages on the damn bars.
It was awesome.
Thank you.
It was awesome. Oh, it was great. I was entertained the whole time.
Anybody else want to share a goal? Lynn?
I want to take you guys on a trip.
I want to go on one.
Yeah.
I want to go on the trip.
I want that.
I want you guys too. But that's gonna require. I mean, I'm winning every day. I'm doing all my vitals. I'm doing my conversations. I'm there. Like I'm doing what I gotta. I'm doing what I gotta do. I need to be able to help you guys get to diamond next. Is I would like to get to 5-star so I can take everybody on some trips. So I'm just chilling. Hey, Bill.
What's this trip thing? Because I thought that was just like a fun thing. You were like, hey, let's go on a trip. And I was like, we could go on a trip now. Like, so is this like an official thing?
Yeah. So when coaches build teams and they can set whatever number they want, but like Linda said, she wants to be 5-star before she does it. She will take her diamonds on a trip.
And we can do like my coaches who are qualifying diamonds as well on the trip. And you just got to get yourself there. I pay for everything else.
Lynn,
Yeah.
did you listen to the Facebook message that I sent you a couple days ago?
Which one was it?
Okay, I'm going to share a story.
Okay.
So last year, the first time I contacted Lynn about doing a challenge group, I was still breastfeeding and I wasn't ready. And she told me about the program and I was like, okay, I'm not ready. And when I am ready, like I do 100% or not at all. And so I was like, I'll get back to you and this and that. And so like throughout the next couple of months, she went to Summit and she was posting all these pictures from Summit. And I just messaged her, I was like home, and I was like, that looks like so much fun. And she was like, it's so much fun, it's a blast, and this and that. And she goes, you should come with us next year.
I was sitting next to Mallory when I sent that.
And I'm like sitting at home on my couch with my boobs out probably, and I'm like, yeah. I was like, Lynn is so sweet. Like, that's so nice of her. I know she's just being nice. Like, why on earth would she hang out with me? And like, I'm not athletic, I'm not fit, why would I go to this? And it's so funny because now it's a year later and my husband and I have plane tickets to Summit, and I know, like, it's so funny how life works out and where things take you. And I'm just like looking back on that, like that's so funny.
That's so crazy. It's so cool. It's yeah.
I know. I love it.
Oh, Mal, are you crying?
Yes.
Oh,
This is so cool. Our tiny little team has turned into this really, really cool,
Oh Mel.
life-changing. Oh my God, I'm sorry, you guys. I love this dream, this job, and you people. It's the coolest thing ever.
And I can't wait to meet some of them in person and squeeze you.
Heck yeah, man.
hey Mal, thanks.
This exists, and God, the shit that we went through when we first started coaching, where we are now with all of you beautiful people. Oh my God, I love it.
I mean, you guys, you're a disaster in the beginning. It was true.
Yeah, be glad you're on board now.
Whoa. No, that is crazy. Just even a year. Like, I remember exactly like when you sent me that saying it was, yeah, actually, I think it was Heather, myself, Mallory, Brittany, Nicole, maybe. We were all just sitting there. We were like third row in one of the conferences, and I was messaging you.
That's the coolest thing.
It's crazy.
I was like, Liz is so sweet. Like, she's just like jazzing me. Like, she doesn't want to hang out with me.
Let's go. Come on. This is so fun. Like,
I'm so excited. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
summit's going to be fun.
Oh my God.
And the thing is too, is like, not everyone can make it to summit because of obvious, like, we should always try and make it to summit because it is important and it's just good to go and to get that camaraderie. But that's why these other like smaller trips for our tribe are important too, because there's just so much hustle and bustle around summit that we don't have too much time to spend together. So that's why like going on these smaller trips together make it that much more important. So that way we can get that time together and we can spend it not in the chaos of summit and all that stuff. So because summit's a learning time, it's working out time, it's getting like the new announcements for the next year and seeing what it's all about and it being great and large and everything, and it's so fun. But smaller, I love way more smaller intimate groups, and it's even more fun when like you guys don't have to worry about paying for anything. You just gotta get there, like pretty cool. Valerie, you make me emotional, man.
Sorry. What I do.
It's so true, though.
It's really.
Yeah. That's why I applaud Brittany a lot with how she's named her team You versus You, because it really is that.
Yeah.
This whole thing is us versus ourselves at the end of the day.
I mean, with everything I've been through and continue, because God just doesn't seem to go through.
Yep.
Like, it's just true. Like, I've always been in my own way, and I've always cared what other people thought. And even though I'm that girl that, who gives a shit? Like, blah, blah. I'm also that girl sitting in the corner like, I do. Like,
yeah,
I do. But, I mean, you got to learn. And, like, Lynn, honestly, like, well, I and Lynn, just everything. Like, I was obviously in my own way the first 2 years of this entire thing. Like, it's obvious if I told my story, you'd get it. But then I remember the day that every time something would happen, I would, like, cut off from everything. And then, not to bring up a bad time, I don't want to get emotional again or something like that. But, like, when Lynn's grandpa died, she was still freaking putting people, like, welcome to this tribe, like, new person this. Like, she, like, and I'm, like, sitting here thinking, like, I go through shit, but I unplug. That's where I go down a roller coaster and I restart again, because once you unplug, you have to re-motivate yourself. I don't believe in the word motivate, but you have to reorganize and engineer your head again to getting back into that mindset when you really didn't need to leave it. Like, it's still your job. You have to see it as your job. Like, I don't know. And then I listened to, just around the same time, I listened to a video where it's like, every time you have a plan B, you don't work as hard for plan A.
Ooh, that's good.
So don't give yourself a plan B. If you don't have a plan B, you're going to work your ass off because you don't got one. Like, you only have plan A. And that's when shit started working.
Damn.
I like that a lot.
It's true, though, because think about it. Like, if you, like, say I got kicked out of my house today and I had no clothes, I had nothing, literally nothing. You bet like hell I know that I have a damn good work ethic and I'm going to get shit done to get to where I can actually have food on the table again, water, things like that. Like, there's no excuse about it. So why are you giving yourself a plan B when you know that you're passionate about plan A?
Yes. Yeah. Oh God, I love that. I'm writing that down.
I know. Like, how can I steal that and put it in a post?
Don't give yourself a plan B.
Just tag me. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, just tag me.
Oh, you guys. God, I love ya. All right.
Good.
I'm going to get a photo real quick.
Everyone's like, all right, let's get set.
Right? Everyone. Unable to. Wait, remind me later.
I want to count how many selfies we've taken in Mallory's hair being in a bun.
Every single one of them.
Oh my gosh. Smile. Cool. Sending this to y'all. Jesse. You're so cute. You guys will see it. I'll send it to you.
Go try.
Oh, cool, guys. Oh my gosh, happy April. Happy second quarter of this year. Whoa.
Not yet.
Yeah, Jesse and I next week, we're going to be doing a live call on Tuesday night. I believe it was 8:30. And we're going to just be talking about conversations and like, where could we be going wrong in the conversations? We're going to be playing through them. And she and I are going to be doing live. So then everyone on there will be able to like ask questions as we're doing it too. So yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. But cool, you guys. So grateful to know you. Okay. All right, y'all. Have an awesome week. I love you.
Good night. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye, guys.
How do I